We're on the run again in the wilderness. Welcome back to Writer's Theory. I'm James Winterthorn, and this is day 48 of my project of writing a novel in less than 90 days. Yesterday, we left off with Mercer, my main character, having a supernatural event with a coyote in the wilderness. He fired off his weapon and basically alerted anybody that might be pursuing them about where they are. So today's writing, I pick up where that left off, and we're going to see if they are in fact pursued and if people are following them. So let's get into the first part of today's writing for day 48. So they had already got moving again, and here Maria and Mercer, they're having a conversation about what happened. Really wondering if Mercer is just a little bit crazy. I think it's one of those things that we can understand that he's got something happening here, and how might they interpret what he's experiencing. And so in a previous writing session, they had spotted people following them, and now they're going to have an encounter with those people. So here's just a lot of dialogue. That's how I'm really driving the narrative forward here. It's just them talking amongst themselves. And so here I'm still like they're having a debate. So this is part of what the debate does here. Is it tells the story for me. It also raises the stakes. Like we can, but by their conversation, we know what could happen, what the risks are. So you can do a lot with the dialogue that they're having about what's really on the line here with this interaction that they're about to have. And that's something to keep in mind too. Like we know that dialogue is a great tool for advancing the story, but we can do a lot with that. So a few videos before I talked about raising the stakes of the story in general, and the dialogue that characters have back and forth also can serve to raise the stakes. They can talk about the fears that they have, what might go wrong, things to worry about, and that's a very meaningful way to share that information. If we were watching a movie, it would probably be the only way to share that information. So dialogue is very good for raising the stakes and telling us what is on the line. So let's see what they do with these Kiowa that are in front of the group as they're traveling through this valley. So I know I have this thing where I just like don't know what the characters do with the horses that they find along the way, and this served a couple purposes for me with using the horses as bargaining chips, and also gives me a chance to stop worrying about writing about the extra horses as they travel. So they're still debating here about what this is supposed to go down. And just to have this be a very tense moment. Like, are these people that are going to try to shoot them or capture them? Are they really just okay talking? And I wanted to have this be very uncertain about what they're about to walk into. Yeah, I'm thinking Mercer whispers prayers in the mayor's ear a little too often. Heard that in the comments. And so I wanted the Apache young men to be able to communicate with the Kiowa that are up there. And depending, it seems that there were interactions between the two tribes. So having a civil conversation is not unheard of. And so that's day 48's writing. This served a couple purposes for me in what I'm trying to accomplish here. The first is a couple videos ago I talked about building a narrative bridge and getting from one point to another and just kind of making it happen. So I'm still doing that here. Like I need them to get to Canyon City. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. And then these are the planks along that bridge to get those two parts of the story together. I like what I'm doing here because it serves that narrative bridge function. It also allows a little foreshadowing with this group or these two men that they're just encountering now. Like what's going to happen here, what's going to happen with this group later in the story. And it also helps me get rid of these horses. So don't have to worry about keeping track of them. Like when I add things like this, like toting along two war horses, or I've had scenes and stories I've written in the past where the entourage of characters just keeps growing, and then you have to keep track of all of these different characters and what they say and what they're doing at any given time, and not just forget about things that readers are going to pick up on. So it helps me clean up what I'm doing so I can stay focused on the story that I want to tell. So a lot of good things are happening here. I want to keep it entertaining as well. That's really the question mark: is what I'm writing here worthy of the reader's attention? So with that, let's do today's line of the day. The day's light and heat began an oppressive assault on their awareness, that he could have seen movement everywhere. So this one is a little messy. I pulled it out because it's a nice descriptive sentence that shows that the heat is more than just a sensation, that is really affecting their senses and even making them a little more paranoid with the danger that's looming for them. But it does need some cleaning up. Like I have some pronoun issues in there. And, like in previous lines of the day, what's cool about this is like this is just extracted straight from the text. I didn't come back to edit this and try to present it better. So this is one of those examples where it's just raw. It just is what it is. I'll probably fix it later, but I like it. It's what I wrote. It's the line of the day. So that wraps up day 48. Making great progress so far. Tomorrow we'll pick this up and see what these two writers are all about, and hope for the best for our characters. If you want to see what happens tomorrow, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you then. And today is day 48 of my project to talk and know what I want to say.